Hey, how you doing? I'm going to do a buyer's, I guess, guide for beginners on getting a disc. Let's say you got a small tractor, you want to do a little food plots. Cripe, that's why everybody probably gets a disc. Most people get a small one like this. They got some food plots they want to do, and you're like, hey, I can really do some. This is going to be easy, yada, yada, yada. These things are all over for sale. Craigslist, Facebook, get them anywhere $500 to $1,000, something like that, and then you're thinking you're good to go. But these things are they're expensive on the maintenance. You buy them cheap because a lot of people don't take care of the damn things. And then when they start wearing out, it's just cheaper to go buy a brand new one than to rebuild your old one. It's the price and the troubles with them are just, wow. I didn't know. I didn't do my research, so I'm going to help you out a little bit with that. All right. First and foremost, when you go to buy a disc Harrow, a used one, the first thing you want to do is, let me come over here. Thing's off the ground. I'm going to give this thing a kick. See how solid that is? That's what you want. You want it to be able to spin freely, and you want it to be solid. That thing is solid. That's a good set right there. But come over here to this. Yeah. I'm thinking, okay, it just needs to be tightened up. I'm pretty got a mechanical aptitude. I just tighten that up. It'll be no big deal. But what I didn't know, because I didn't do my research, was these discs, they have a square hole in them, and that's what holds it onto that shaft. So you got a square shaft. So it goes through there, holds it in place. When they get loose, that's what it does to your shaft. That's why they flop around. This shaft right here, that shaft alone is $150 just for that shaft. And I got 3 of them over here that are bad, so yeah, do the math. These things are pricey. Then, I back up a little bit. Got bearings in there. Fortunately, my bearings are okay. So that isn't a problem. My shaft's a problem. And I don't know what else I'm going to find. Truthfully, when I get over here, I'm concerned these things aren't square anymore. That thing is spinning too easy. I think the square is gone and it's totally rounded. I may have to replace all 8 of those, and I think they're like $50 a piece. So my cheap little Harrow that I bought for $900 that has a real heavy-duty frame that I look like got a great idea or a great deal on, there I just sucked up another, I'm guessing, $400 to replace those discs if they're bad. I don't know yet. So anyway, this is my project I'm going to work on. And part of the problem is too, these spacers, and a lot of them, discs, on a good disc, they're solid. But look at the way they did this design. They just have a pipe spacer in here. Look at how tore up that thing is from rotating on there because it wasn't tight. So what I'm going to do, instead of getting new spacers, I'm just going to go get a pipe, cut it to the right dimensions, and then I'm going to weld it onto those discs to try to hold it onto place, because that isn't a good design right there on this particular model. So anyway, since I got to cut new spacers, I'm going to just try to, instead of having that blade right here, I'm going to have the blade right here. I'm going to adjust my spacer, make it a different length, so I can still get on a square bar. That's my game plan. We'll see if it works. I'll post that later after I get this project done. All right, let's say even though you found that you got a disc that's floppy, you're thinking, I'm going to tackle this project anyway because I got a really good deal on it. Before you tackle this project, make sure you got a torch. Everything's going to be seized on there. And then an impact gun is a good idea also. So with that said, I'll tune back in here shortly after I finish that first gang, and I'll let you see how it turned out. Downside of buying used equipment, like I say, when people, they beat the shit out of discs and then they just sell them. I mean, who could be so damn dumb as to cut a hole with their disc right through that bracket and not give a shit and just keep on running? Beyond me. Okay, so 5 hours later approximately, I've gone to the store, got my pipe, got a new nut for on the inside. cut my pipe to length, welded them on those spacer plates that were in there. Basically all I did is on that shaft, I backed that shaft out about 1.25 inches. That way they are, the disc plates are on the new, or not the new, but are on the square section. They're not in that rounded shaft anymore. So yeah, that was kind of a pain in the ass. So, but it's fixed. So I guess in review, if you go to look for one, you're gonna buy a used one. Check this out. If they don't chime, don't give them a dime. It ain't worth a headache. And that's no bullshit.